Atiku Abubakar shugaba na kasar mu. Atiku za mu yi mu dai, shugaban kasa mun bi mu dai, Nigeria sai Atiku na ce mu.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria is a country in West Africa, situated between the Sahel to the north and the Gulf of Guinea to the south in the Atlantic Ocean. It covers an area of 923,769 square kilometers. With a population of over 225 million, it is the most populous country in Africa and the world's sixth most populous country. Nigeria borders Niger in the north, Chad in the northeast, Cameroon in the east, and Benin in the west. The country comprises 36 states with Abuja as the federal capital territory. The country has many natural landmarks and wildlife reserves, generally referred to as the Giant of Africa. Over the years, the country that is richly blessed with mineral resources had been experiencing massive inflation, economic recession, and insecurity, among other social malaise that have made the country underdeveloped and the standard of living of the people in jeopardy due to bad governance that is plunging the masses into hopelessness. Speaking to some citizens about the present situation in the country, they responded thus. Commissioner for Information Delta State and spokesman Atiku Campaign Council noted that Nigeria is in the state of quagmire and at the verge of collapsing if not handled with absolute care. To this end, we need a leader who has the knowledge to salvage the situation, one who has been tested and trusted. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is that great leader with vast administrative competency, one who can save us from the present hunger that we are facing today, as the suffering in the country is at geometric progression and we all need to collectively put an end to it. Please, Nigerians, let's come out in the forthcoming election and vote for PDP all the way. Vote Atiku Okowa for president and vice president, respectively. Honorable Jibrin Mohammed noted that
the situation in Nigeria is terrible. People are suffering. I'm not saying this on a political perspective. It's the reality. The policy of the government is bad, totally bad. The leadership lost focus and the APC leading party has nothing to offer. That is just the basic truth. The situation is so pathetic. At least we know Okowa as a governor, we know what he has done to his state, and we know Atiku Abubakar as the vice president of this nation. We know what he has contributed immensely to the success of his principal, Olusegun Obasanjo, and we know that he's going to be liaising with the past presidents without having any iota of ego to gain more experience that he will move this country forward. Not like this present president that doesn't even talk to anybody, doesn't believe that he doesn't know. And we Nigerians knows that he doesn't know, and that is why he's failing. There are so many well-experienced past presidents alive today. He can talk to them. He will gain some of the solution to some of these problems he's facing. But he's not talking to anybody. He lacks experience. PDP have been tried before for 16 years. And we can see, if you can compare even what the whole situations of things, economically, security-wise, and other things, you can see that PDP is the solution to this problem.
Honorable Eugene Azuka Uzum Esquire, in his statement, also noted that looking at the current state of insecurity and other pathetic situation we are facing as a nation, no doubt we need a true leader that is ready to render selfless service to the people, to pilot the affairs of the country, one that has the technical know-how. Atiku Abubakar is that one man that can reset and rebuild our dear nation, Nigeria. Nigerians, please, let's come together and support a credible candidate that can bring dividends of democracy to all citizens. Vote Atiku Okowa come 2023, he added. Fred Latimer Oganesiwe Esquire noted that PDP brought GSM phones to boost Nigeria's economy and social interactions, adding that poverty and hunger Joblessness and insecurity, as well as mismanagement of our dear nation's resources, were among the multifaceted problems currently bedeviling Nigeria. In the present unfortunate circumstances of Nigeria's near insolvency under President Muhammadu Buhari, it is common knowledge that APC's bad governance brought about regular increase in pump price of fuel, now at 250 naira per litre, as against 85 naira in 2015. Electricity tariff up with over 300%, while a loaf of bread once regarded as the food for the common man now costs as much as 1,500 naira from 120 naira in 2015. In the light of the above, I kindly appeal to eligible voters all over the country to do the needful by voting APC out of power in 2023 over what I describe as gross incompetence, cluelessness and bad governance at the federal level since 2015 and counting. APC has ruined Nigeria and we cannot fold our hands and watch them. This is our country and we must do the needful to rescue Nigeria from the bad governance of the APC. We now have the opportunity to do so in the forthcoming 2023 general elections. There is unprecedented hunger in the country. Our people are frustrated because there is no hope for the common man, he noted.
When I was Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from 1999 to 2007, I chaired the National Economic Council. That gave Nigeria her highest and most consistent GDP growth of over 6% per annum. Despite the fact that crude oil prices at that time were much lower than they are today. Under the dynamic leadership of President Obasanjo, we paid off Nigeria's entire foreign debt. We also introduced the GSM revolution that saw Nigeria go from 100,000 phone lines to over 100 million today. We were able to achieve this and much more because we had a plan called the National Economic Empowerment and Development Strategy. That plan worked. And today I have the pleasure of unveiling our policies and strategies, not promises, to take Nigeria from where she is right now to where she needs to be.
Thus, Mrs. Efe Maiga also said,
Buhari tell hungry keep us person. Maggi don't go one for 20 naira. Food not dey hungry, they beat all of us for every day. Me as I dey like this, so hungry, they beat I go market and they sell something. So what I want talk, make Atiku not be like that because it take I see what they happen. Because you know a good example that we want from Atiku because they hear Atiku since the time when I small. Before I could be like this, I yes Atiku na better person. But I get the belief because why they see him face, na better face they with her. I know say go be better person.
Atiku Okowa will bring dividends of democracy to the common man. Also, Agnes Nwachukwu said that we need a good leader that will rule Nigeria well.
Atiku Abubakar. We need good leader. We will remember the country. Remember the poor people. We poor people, we are suffering. They suffer.
Vote Atiku Okowa for president and vice president, respectively. How to fix the economic recession Nigeria is currently facing is by choosing the right leader, one who is ready to serve the people selflessly, a great man with a charitable heart. Evidently, Nigerians are clamoring for a better change in governance in order to ensure inclusive governance in place. The average masses will have to be accorded the dividends of democracy. As such, the people have chosen a true son to be the next president of Nigeria, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON, the Waziri Adamawa and Delta-born son from the southern part of Nigeria as his running mate. What a perfect combination!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Flight 2023 Atiku Okowa 2023. I have my co-pilot here with me, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, keeping track on all navigation systems. Our destination is a united Nigeria. Right now, we're cruising at 2022 feet above sea level. Before we arrive at our destination, let me give you a brief update on what to expect at our destination. Number 1. The temperature is going to be hot on security issues. 2, the people are going to be better educated, and the educational system and healthcare will be accessible to every citizen. 3, the economy is going to be thriving and booming. And of course, there'll be true federalism. This and many more to be expected for a united and prosperous Nigeria. So sit back and relax, and before you know it, if we all join hands together, we shall arrive at the new united Nigeria we all dream of soon enough. My name is Atiku Abubakar. As one, we can get it done.
His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON hails from Adamawa State. Born on November 25th, 1946 at Jada in British Cameroon, now Jada, Adamawa State, Nigeria. Into the family of Alhaji Garba Abubakar, father, while his mother was Hajia Aisha Kande Abubakar. Alhaji Garba Abubakar, realizing the intelligence and greatness of his dear son, enrolled him into Jada Primary School, Adamawa State, at the age of 8 years. Initially, his father took him to Islamic school to learn how to read and write Arabic. He also spent time in teaching his dear son trading, because his father believed that a man should be vast in knowledge and should have basic trading skills. Upon completion of his primary school education in 1960, he was then admitted into Adamawa Provincial Secondary School in the same year. In the light of the above, our amiable son graduated from secondary school with his record written in rainbow colors as a champion made grade 3 in the West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination exam, WAEC. From there, he proceeded to the Police College, Kaduna, for a short while. Ready to put acquired knowledge to practice, he then worked briefly as tax officer in the Regional Ministry of Finance. Not satisfied with his educational background, he proceeded to the School of Hygiene in Kano State, where he graduated with a diploma in 1967. The born leader of all time served as an interim student union president. In view of the above, that same year he gained admission to study law at the Ahmadu Bello University Institute of Administration, after which he proceeded to work at the Nigeria Custom. Still not satisfied with his educational background, he moved to Anglia Ruskin University, Cambridge, United Kingdom, where he bagged master's degree in international relations. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON is the 11th Vice President of Nigeria, whose political ideology is hinged on true federalism. To this end, he launched True Federalism campaign in 2017, while noting that true federalism will encourage states to compete, to attract investments and skilled workers, rather than merely waiting for monthly revenue allocation from Abuja. He also noted that political decentralization will help to deepen and strengthen our democracy, as it will encourage more accountability. Citizens are more likely to demand accountability when governments spend their tax money rather than rent collected from an impersonal source. Most Nigerians see him as the best person to be the next president of Nigeria to save the country from collapsing. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is the one person that can unify Nigeria. Thus, they describe him as follows.
We need peace, security, economic growth. I mean, we need a unifier. We need one Nigeria.
We need a better Nigeria, where everything go be better.
Foodstuff, it go ship and yapa.
Road go dey safe too. Students go to school. We no go dey borrow too.
Peace and unity for Nigeria.
For president, Atiku for president.
Economy go dey okay. Everybody go dey safe.
A country where plenty job go dey.
Why plenty better go dey.
Atiku Abubakar for president.
2023. The Unifier. Coach Aliyu Surajo Dankula, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has a very good antecedent. He did well as Vice President and will do better as President of Nigeria.
His good attitude when he is baby, doing things like Almajiri School. He initiated Almajiri School in the Northern. He do many things. He carry a lot of people for his company, like Power Company. He's a nice person. That's why we are praying for him to win the election.
Coach Jamil Alan, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar can solve the insecurity problem we're currently facing in Nigeria.
So we choose to see whom and the candidate who is capable, who can lead us through and give us good governance. I think we should go for Atiku Abubakar. Based on the economy we are talking about, everything will be solved.
Coach Musa Yahaya.
Baba Atiku. We are voting for Baba Atiku. Critically, we are facing in the country. Nothing is going on. So we hope if Atiku comes, things will go as we are thinking. So I want everybody to wake up and shine your eye. Don't allow anybody to come and see you with small change. You should forget about that change. Everybody come out and vote for PDP. Baba Atiku.
In August 2014, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON also noted that our country's educational institutions are clearly not providing quality learning. Our teachers need to be taught. This situation is a new development. Of the past 10 years or so, the steady decline of education in Nigeria is a reflection of our country's relegation of education to the background of national priorities. This is where the change must begin. Teachers are important as senators and doctors. Indeed, teachers determine the quality of senators and doctors. And so the entire country stands to suffer the effects of this neglect in the future. Nigeria must once again make education a priority. We must return to the basics. In a bid to alleviate the educational decadence in the Northeast, Atiku Abubakar GCON gives scholarships to 15 escapees of the Chibok schoolgirls kidnapped. A presidential candidate believes that if you empower women, you will eliminate poverty. Describing why His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON is the best president to rule Nigeria come 2023. So speaking about His Excellency Atiku Abubakar laudable attributes, some citizens have this to say.
God will give us peace.
A new Nigeria.
New Nigeria, peace in Nigeria. That is what I'm praying for. God should give us a peace in Nigeria. That's what I'm praying for.
So what do we want men do for us? You know, people enter like, okay, now see my kids. You see anybody? On money, money shop rent now, they increase them. You understand? They increase the shop rent. What do me I want me do if we enter me you market side as the market
saboda ko a wancan filon da ya wuce mabahari lokacin da ya nemi takarar shugaban kasa bai samu ba ya faɗa abubuwa wanda yake so bayan ya ci mulki kuma sakamakon haka ya ga shi ya bai samu sa'a ba ya ci sakamakon yanzu kuma ya shiga takara yana so shiga takara kuma yana sa ran zai ci siyasa in kana yadda kuma kasar da ya ci zaɓe ne mana
tsakanin da Allah ina son Atiku kuma gudunmawar da nake so ya bamu in Allah ya sa ya hau kuna ji na?
Muna jin ka.
To ya kula da noma kuma ya kula da matsalar tsaron da take damu. Da a gaskiya mu manoma an hana mu mai noma.
Ya Atiku gaskiya mutum ne mai tausayi kuma yana son talaka. Kuma Atiku gaskiya muna sa ran in zai samu shugabancin Najeriya zai taimaki talaka.
This is my plan to get Nigeria working again. A plan that will give Nigerian workers a living wage. A plan that will give Nigeria's youth a world-class education. A plan that will empower Nigerian women, reduce maternal mortality, and increase their financial stability. A plan that will cater for the elderly so our people are not afraid of growing old. A plan that will invest in our failing infrastructure. But above all, this is a plan that will help create jobs, because in my many travels across our great nation, the one thing I constantly hear is that our people need jobs. Without jobs, our people cannot afford to feed their families, and our children live in poverty. Without jobs, there is crime, drug use, and insecurity. Without jobs, what is the hope for a better life and a better future? Today, we will begin the process of sharing our policies that form my plan to create jobs, restructure the polity, and get Nigeria working again.
na Atiku Abubakar dịka onye isi ala Nigeria, akụnụba Nigeria ya eto ma dịkwa mma, na ọrụ ga-adịkwa nke ukwuu.
Ọzọ ka ibe ya, ọ bụrụ na ituere Atiku Abubakar, nche obodo Nigeria ga-adịkwa mma ọzọ.
Anyị tụnyelu Atiku Abubakar, anyị na-enwe ịdụ mma na ibu n'ofu na mmekọ n'obodo anyị bụ Nigeria.
Obodo anyị mbụ Nigeria nga ịgala iru, elile nga ịbụsị sọ mma ma ọ bụrụ na anyị ntụnyere Atiku Abubakar.
Onye nchịkọta obodo ka anyị na-atụnyere.
Vote Atiku Abubakar for president. Vote PDP.
Alhaji Lawal Shehu noted that
the only person that has the experience and is capable and confident enough to be the president is His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
my message to the youths is that they should not be used as weapon come 2023 elections. They should all come out and vote for a credible candidate that can salvage Nigeria. Vote Atiku for president, Okowa for vice in the forthcoming election.
Election and now became vice president. So we got idea have us presidency. So idea how we got to come in Nigeria to get mayor of the man. When you know when I was now too much. Imagine now I try one night. You know, I'm when I do it. This is now. Okowa na Jibili na Otoshi Menhe. I'm not the one who is I'm the one who is so healing and down when God happen. Allah, I need
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar GCON Waziri Adamawa is happily married with beautiful children. In 1982, Atiku Abubakar GCON was conferred with the chieftaincy title of the Turaki of Adamawa State by the traditional ruler Alhaji Aliyu Mustafa. In June 2017, he was also conferred with the chieftaincy title of the Waziri of Adamawa State, and his previous title of Turaki was transferred to his son Aliyu, who is Senator Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa. Senator Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa is the executive governor of Delta State, running mate to His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON under the People's Democratic Party PDP. He is a Nigerian doctor and a grassroots politician who has served the good people of Delta State since May 2015. Delta State is a state in the southern part of Nigeria with lots of natural resources. The executive governor hails from Owalero, Ika South local government area of the state. Born on July 8, 1959, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa has served as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from 2011 to 2015. Prior to that, he served in various capacities as the Commissioner for Health, Delta State, Secretary to the State Government, Delta State, Local Government Chairman and Councillor. He attended the prestigious University of Ibadan, Oyo State. Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa is happily married to Dame Edith Okowa, and the union is blessed. Atiku and Okowa candidacy, the perfect unifier of Nigeria.
We can do it. We have the capacity to do it. We have done it before.
It's time for us to bridge gaps. It is time for us to speak as one.
Nigerians see His Excellency Atiku Abubakar Waziri Adamawa for president, while Senator Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa for vice president, as perfect match to attain victory and salvage Nigeria from collapsing. The pair will remove Nigeria from the present inflation, economic recession we are facing today. Atiku Okowa candidacy is the best because they have the zeal to serve the people effectively. Atiku is a very good man. Describing their candidacy, Nigerians have this to say. Of Igwe Philip, Atiku Okowa would change Nigeria for good. Madam Efe Akpewe.
Atiku na better person. He dey good. And what if he enter, make everything dey well? Make money dey come, make things, make food, things when he there, make it come down. Because we go own money go market, we no go see what we go use and buy. So school fees, so everything high.
Atiku Okowa would change Nigeria for good. Atiku Okowa combination is a good one. When they come into power, they will make the prices of goods come down and provide jobs for the common man. Madam Fejiro SC, I'm supporting His Excellency Atiku Abubakar GCON.
Atiku na good man. Because if he enter, I know say me, now for that I go build my house.
Atiku Okowa candidacy is the best because they have the zeal to serve the people effectively. Atiku is a very good man.
If elected president, I will be proactive in attracting investments and supporting the 50 million small and medium-scale enterprises across Nigeria for the purpose of doubling the size of our GDP to $900 billion by 2025. These investments will create a minimum of 2.5 million jobs annually and lift at least 50 million people from poverty in the first 2 years. My team and I will also help create jobs by innovating flagship programs such as the National Open Apprenticeship Program, through which we shall enhance the capacity of master craftsmen and women to train 1 million new apprentices every year. Our National Innovation Fund and SME Venture Capital Fund initiatives will provide stable and sustainable long-term support to aspiring entrepreneurs. My plan to restructure Nigeria will lead to a vast increase in the internally generated revenue, both for the federal government and the states, via the matching grants that we will provide to state governments that increase their own revenue. Let me be clear, no state will receive less funding than they get today. In fact, all will receive more, and the harder a state works, the more they will get. And I'm not just presenting these policies to you. I want you to own them. Take a look at them. You can view them at atiku.org, and you will have an opportunity to provide your feedback. I will also give the opportunity for anyone in Nigeria to have their say on national television. These are not just Atiku Abubakar's plans. These will be our plans, yours and mine. I started out as an orphan selling firewood on the streets of Jada in Adamawa State, but God, through the Nigerian state, invested in me, and here I am today. If Nigeria worked for me, I owe it as my duty to make sure that Nigeria also works for you, your family, and your friends. It is time to get Nigeria working again. And these are the plans and policies I have for achieving that. I appeal to you to join me on this journey towards a better life for all Nigerians.
We stand as a people with one song and one more. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is right. So here we are as a people with one heart and for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land, where there's hope for us all. Say our land, where there's hope for you and I.
As one, we can get it done.